Hi, Craig, and welcome to everyone else that's joined us as well. This is the Home Park View. Thank you very much for checking in and seeing what we're waffling on about this week. So, Plymouth Argyle, I've got Birmingham City away on Saturday. Are you going to that, Craig?
Unfortunately, I've got COVID, so unfortunately I can't because I'm not very well. So apologise for that. So I won't be there.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. No, I shan't be going yet. And like I say, I will attempt to go to a couple of away games, but because of the business that I run, it's been able to get away and then get back to sort out the things. So that unfortunately that won't be till more winter time, really. So I unfortunately won't be going to that. Although I would very much like to go and see Plymouth Argyle turn them over. I really would. That would give me immense pleasure. That would, not only just for Plymouth Argyle, but because I'm not a great fan of Birmingham City, as you might gather. So I like we've just discussed there, you've been talking to the enemy, I believe, this morning. So how's that gone for you?
We had a few. I did a preview with a few Birmingham City supporters, so that was very interesting to see. But they were all sound, they were all right.
What? So is it lots of different ones you did, or like 3 or 4 people on the same thing?
I did a few with a few different people, a few different channels.
Okay.
A few different channels, yeah.
Okay. Well, they could rather you than me, because I wouldn't have done it. But there you go. Well, that's because the reason. So basically, I'm a Villa fan as a rule, and that's my team as a rule. So, and Plymouth is my second team. Obviously, moved down here from there. Yeah. So Birmingham City are the enemy, the scoff,
the arch antichrist. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. And also, the game last week against Southampton, and Shea Adams, who used to play for Birmingham City, popped up at the end of the 94th minute, didn't he? And bagged it, made it 2-1. So that's more salt in the wounds for for Birmingham City based player. So very annoying. I think he might be going to Everton.
I think it's Everton. Yeah, I think it's Everton. Yeah,
I'm hearing
like £12 million fee or something. Yeah, £12 million fee.
Yeah, he's got to pay them, has he? There you go. No, he's just one of those annoying players that just pops up. When you he just he used to do it to Villa all the time, and it's just such an annoying. Let's not swear. So Birmingham City, then I don't know who these players are. I'll be honest with you, but they could be without Ethan Laird and
he's a quality right back. Yeah.
Against Plymouth Argyle. They were both withdrawn midway through the 2-0 win at Bristol City last Saturday. So
Dembele as well.
Yeah. So I don't know whether they're key players. I'm assuming because that sort of was the headline, they must be. I'm sure we'll find out. So apparently 6 players in all there without that they would normally include in their first team. So which is good for Plymouth. I mean, I assume. So let's see. They've started off Birmingham City at Swansea. I think that was their first one, a 1-1 draw, and then they had a cup game which they won 2-0 against Cheltenham, and then they played Leeds. At home and won 1-0.
Good result.
Excellent result that, and then they just beat Bristol City, as we've heard, 2-0. But Bristol City did have a man sent off in that game, so it wasn't quite easy as it may have just look on the
still got to win your game, and you've still got to get over the line.
Exactly. You still got to put it in the net. So so that leaves Birmingham 4th in the table with obviously a draw and 2 wins, and the Plymouth Argyle are sitting 11th with a win, a draw, and a loss. But so far so good. Because I didn't think Plymouth deserved to lose against Southampton. They didn't look that much, Southampton Premier League just come down, and
that's what I was saying. Yeah,
Championship just gone up, League One, and there wasn't that much of a gap. They didn't. It was even Stevens. I'd have said it. I thought Southampton would have shown. I don't know, had more of the ball. I mean, they did in the second half, I must admit, but it wasn't. They weren't it wasn't dominating football. It wasn't like chance after chance after chance. It wasn't like that. So I think they were very fortunate to get away with it, with the win in the end. I think 1-1 would have been a fair result there.
I think so. Yeah.
But there you go. That just shows you. That was my view of how it went. I thought they were very even, and it's nice to see either Plymouth have upped their game or Southampton are not as good as they should be. That's the way I saw it anyway. So, what did you make of it all now on reflection?
I caused a bit of drama on Twitter actually over the penalty decision because I put on there. I thought it was a penalty. Obviously, looking back on it now, obviously I looked to see if there's any other angles, and I was Lincoln thinking that must have been a penalty. Surely we've been robbed. But looking back on it now, it's clearly not a penalty. But yeah, it caused a bit of drama on Twitter because I put on there if it should have been a penalty. But regardless, I thought the referee was poor during the game. I thought he was poor, absolutely.
Yeah,
poor.
I agree. It seemed to we weren't getting the rub of the green, as it were. The decisions weren't going our way. That they were throwing themselves all over the place. I mean, I'm going to put a clip in here, and I might use it a few times because it's hilarious. Of I think Edozie or somebody like that, the Southampton player. I mean, there's this clip which I luckily just caught. He goes into the Plymouth area, and there's two Plymouth guys around him, and he literally just throws himself like that.
I know.
Nobody touched him. Nobody absolutely. He's playing for a penalty. He should have been, red carded or at least booked for simulation. Yeah. And there was sorry.
I just thought, midfield we were superb. I thought we defended well, but obviously we didn't defend well from the cross. From obviously you highlighted you from the winner. I thought up front we could have been a bit more clinical with our chances. Obviously, I know Morgan Whittaker hit the post, but obviously you just thought Finazaz in that midfield could have maybe just been a bit more creative in that midfield. But apart from that, I didn't really think any players had a bad performance. Didn't come out there thinking, oh, he played well. That
it was a 50-50 for the goalkeeper because he pulled off some excellent saves.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But he also did some dodgy kind of heart in the mouth stuff, just banging it out to them, really, and giving the ball away. And there was quite a bit of that in early doors with Plymouth, just basically giving the ball away. And they've got to cut that out of the game because you can't afford to give teams that just come down from the Premier League, you say, here, you have the ball. They've got to cut those little mistakes out. I mean,
definitely.
That's costing them, man. But yeah, overall, I was very impressed with Plymouth. Didn't think they deserved to lose, and it should have been a 1-1 draw, really, at the end of the day. I did predict a 2-1 win, but I'm not going to go against them. So, talking of 2-1 wins, what's your prediction for a result on Saturday then?
I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think you might have enough to win the game, but if you look at it, every game's a hard game in the Championship. Mm-hmm. We're a new team. We're still finding our feet. I think Steven Schumacher, if he comes away with a point, 3 Wilson would be ideal, but I think the away fans would take a point, a hard ground to go to, obviously.
They seem to be doing quite well, which is annoying. But so I think it's going to be tougher than, I would love them to go there and turn them over, as I've already said. That would make my day, that would. So I'm not going to bet against them. I'm going to say 2-1 win because come on, Argyle. I'm saying 2-1. Go and steal the points. Make it tough and do what Southampton did to us. Go, 94th minute and bag one and run away with the points. That will do nicely. I'll be chuffed to bits with that. So, and then we've got after that Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace,
we'll probably do another thing before that. So let's.
You going to that game? Or?
I managed to get a ticket to that. Yeah, I should be on my Jack Jones, but it was either that or not have a ticket. So okay.
There's still about 3,000 left. So make everybody go and buy your tickets because also you want to make sure it's a sellout. Obviously on Tuesday night.
I'm surprised that isn't sold out. So I could only get. There were only single tickets anyway.
Tickets there. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I think that'd be a sellout as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I watched the game very briefly against Arsenal, and that was a hard-fought battle with Crystal Palace. And
But what I was saying in regards to that is no disrespect to Crystal Palace. I don't think they'll play the likes of you might see maybe an IU or an what's his name Eze, but you might not see the first team. They might play the kids to speak. They're not they don't really.
They do, and then we'll go through.
I'm not complaining if they do, but I just think we won't see a full strength Crystal Palace side. I don't think I think their priority is obviously the league, isn't it? So
well, I can't blame them for that. But well, I hope they do because Plymouth can move on. And but it'd be nice to actually pick them up against the Premier League team.
Yeah, see how
Yeah,
we get on.
and see how they fare. You know, it would be a shame if they did put out the kids, but I wholly understand it if they did.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
it'd be nice to just pit their wits against a team in the Premier League and see how they fare. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going. You're going. Well,
Yeah, we're going. Yeah,
we'll probably do a little thing before that
yeah,
anyway
definitely.
as well, just to
Sweet,
see.
nice
But
one.
all right.
Yeah, nice
Um,
one.
right now, I don't. Is there any other bits and pieces? I mean, I'm hearing tell this morning of Schumacher wanting to bring. He's got a striker lined up on loan. I don't know if you've seen that. Do you?
I haven't seen anything this morning. I'm not sure. Maybe it's maybe a Josh Colburn or a Kiefer Moore. That's the only names
Yeah, I was going to go.
that
I
we've
haven't heard
really.
anything. It's literally looked at the thing, and now it's like it was a. I can't remember that. I don't know if I. Let's see if I. Sorry if I'm going to. And it shows. It says that Schumacher has basically hinted that there's a new striker coming in. They're just currently sort of negotiating it now. It'll be on loan, of course, but there's no
Yeah, of course.
hint about who it's going to be. So that's quite exciting.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely
Okay.
definitely need a new striker. Obviously, Ben Waine, bit of a disappointing performance when he came on against Southampton. Obviously, I'm hoping, he's still young, but obviously I'm a massive fan of Ben Waine. But obviously, if Ryan Hardy gets injured, sort of, buggered up front. So we need to make sure that we've got another number 9 that can come in and
Yeah,
score
that's
the
it really.
goals.
It's some backups is what it needs. I mean, Whittaker again, he was pretty good, but yeah, it's good decent striker, but exciting. Don't know who it is. Want to know who that might be,
Definitely have
but
to
there
wait and
you go.
see.
Yeah, okay. Right then, guys, I think we'll knock it on the head there. That's about enough of that waffling on. Thanks to Craig for joining me. Much
No problem.
appreciated.
Thank you for having me.
And anyone that's watching, if you haven't already subscribed, if subscribe to the Home Park View, would really appreciate that. As Craig said, always helps the views if
Yeah.
and as moving forward. So yeah, like and subscribe, really appreciate that. And I'll see you for one of these reports after the game, I guess, and then going into the Crystal Palace report as well. All right, Craig, we'll see you again some
Thank you very
point next
much.
week. Cheers,
Go
guys.
on your greens.
Up the grades.
Go on your green.